Breaking news, my wonderful people. Peter Obi has lamented over the state of the nation and the poor economic management by President Bola Tinubu-led Nigerian government. It is so terrible that the GSK company and other multinationals are sadly leaving Nigeria over the government's poor economic management. It is so terrible that investors are leaving this country all as a result of poor economic management by this Tinubu's led Nigerian government. I mean, we've known for a fact that OBI's ideologies has always been centered on productivity, productivity, creativity, creating a business friendly environment, creating a business conducive environment for Nigerians. Peter Obi's ideology has always been anchored on productivity, nothing more, nothing less. He has other plans for this country, but he has always been specific on creating an environment where businesses would thrive in this country, even small scale businesses. Peter Obi has made so many plans on that aspect. But the thing is, our security situation in this country is not something we can boast of. The security situation in this country is so terrible. And until it improves, things will certainly continue to deteriorate. You see, safety and security are premier guarantees that investors would really want before they can, talk of investing. These are one of the, characteristics. These are one of the characters they check in a country. They always want to invest in a country that is very secure. So the government should, create an environment that sustains multinationals to invest in our country. And it is the key to our dream of greatness in a new Nigeria that we seek to create. So if these investors continue to run away over the poor economic policies and the poor economic management in this country, how do we grow as a developing country? How do we grow? How does Nigeria get to move forward? So the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, has blamed the proposed exit of the British pharmaceutical giant, the GlaxoSmithKline, the GSK, from Nigeria after 51 years of poor economic management by President Bola Tinubu-led Nigerian government. It was reported on Friday that the GSK Nigeria announced its plan to cease operations in Nigeria after evaluating the options for moving to a third-party distribution model for its drugs and consumer health drugs. The GSK Nigeria, which has faced increased competition from local companies and imports from China, from India, said its half-year sales have dropped to 7.75 billion from 14.8 billion in the same period a year ago. The GSK Nigeria said it is working with advisors to agree next steps and plans to submit a scheme of arrangement to the Nigeria's Securities and the Exchange Commission, which if approved will see it return cash to stakeholders except its parent, the GSK. Reacting to this development, the former governor of Anambra State, who regretted the exit of the company, said the company's reason for leaving Nigeria was disheartening, as they no longer perceived a prospect for Nigeria as a business environment that would be anchored on productivity. He said that Nigeria had painfully come to the point where multinationals are leaving the country and the local ones are even closing down, describing it as the consequences of cumulative poor management of the country's economy. Obi, who said this on his Twitter handle on Friday night, said he was saddened to hear the GSK is exiting Nigeria after 51 years of operation, and their reason for leaving Nigeria is even more disheartening. They no longer perceive the prospect for this country as a business environment that will be anchored on productivity. And we have painfully come to our point to the point in our nation's journey where multinationals are leaving the country, the local ones are closing down. These are some of the consequences of cumulative poor management of our economy, and as a result, millions are losing their jobs, and our poverty index is worsening, even though we are already being perceived as the world's poverty capital. The multinationals that are leaving our country have not only created jobs but have created immeasurable training that contributed immensely to our human capital development over the years. Now that they are leaving our shores, one thing or the other, the GSK, which has a manufacturing facility in Agbara, Ogun State, on over 25 acres of land, had directly employed over 400 highly technical workers like pharmacists, like the microbiologists, the biochemists, chemists, dentists, doctors also have been employed. They have employed over 1,000 other staffs, and it indirectly provided jobs and business opportunities for thousands of Nigerians across the nation. They are now leaving all this behind and pushing more people back into unemployment. Peter Obi have maintained that in turning our nation around, we must move from the economy from consumption to production, a part of which include encouraging and supporting local and foreign investment like the GSK in the country, and the creation of an environment that creates and sustains multinationals to invest in our country is key to our dream of greatness in the new Nigeria that we seek to create. The emphasis on production will encourage investors to stay and expand in our shores, and our people will keep their jobs and grow in prosperity. But now that they are leaving, what do our Nigerian, what do the citizens, what do they fall on? Now this will make so many people, they would lose their jobs. And our people need to keep their jobs so that we can continue to grow in prosperity. So my country people, this is coming from Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party and the former governor of Anambra State. So guys, what are your thoughts on this issue? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.